Joan's views on the current circumstances of everyone's life. Okay, we're talking about incentives to get vaccinated. I don't think I'd like an incentive. I would like a fair income. If I do this, I want a promise that I won't die from the vaccination. I want a promise that I won't get a blood clot, that somewhere down the track I won't get a heart attack, I won't get, miscarriages won't happen to me because I'm too old for that now, but I'd like to know that my daughters won't have miscarriages because of them getting the vaccine. I want a promise that I won't have a stroke. I want a promise that this vaccine is so safe for myself and all of Australia to take. Now, the Prime Minister, he shoves it off. He says you are responsible for your own health. And then in the next breath, he says that we're thinking about making it mandate. So your responsibility to yourself and your health has just gone out the window when he contradicts himself. I think it is open for discussion, and then you got those that are vaccinated saying that the unvaccinated, we don't want to be near you. But it's probably them that are spreading the disease, because they're saying that when you get vaccinated, you shed the disease. And maybe that's why we got all of these outbreaks happening now. All those vaccinated people, just a few weeks ago, a few months ago, since whenever it started this mass vaccination, maybe they're shedding, and maybe they're infecting the people that they shouldn't be. Could be their fault. These are hell-bent on blaming the people that aren't vaccinated, that you're too busy thinking about the vaccinated people, what their body's doing. All these theories are out there, and we hear them every day. And if you're unvaccinated, you get people talk down. Oh, you're the unvaccinated. But you're unvaccinated for a reason, because one, even today, they said that the vaccinations are not safe. They're AstraZeneca. Wow, I can say that word now. I couldn't say it before. And the one that starts with N, oh, there you go. I can't remember the last one. The one that starts with M, they have, if you have that, you can have a heart attack. Maybe not now, maybe not this week, maybe next week, maybe in a few weeks' time, maybe next year. They say that the vaccination interferes with your cells. And if it gets down to your heart, then it can do stuff. That's the word is out. And that's what we hear every day. And Gladys gets up and she just washes it away. Oh, I want everybody vaccinated. It's the only way out. Well, what if that is not the only way out? Have you thought about that? What if that's not the only way out? What if we can have better medications to treat the virus when we get it? If we get it. I kind of think it's got your name on it. If you're going to get it, it's got your name on it. Maybe. That's very morbid. I hope it's not true. But we need people like me to get up on their little petty box, maybe get kicked off the what do you call it, the channel, to have a say. Tell us what you feel, how you feel about it. We hear the Premier and the Health Minister every day, and we hear other doctors coming forth and saying don't get it. Now, everybody can't be wrong, and all of the protesters can't be wrong neither. All over the world this is happening, and everybody is so blasé. And if you speak out, they're going to get rained down, particularly with the young ones. Even with your children, you get rained out because they've had all the media putting this stuff in their heads day in and day out. And they're not game to look at what the others are saying. So that's my thoughts on this matter. And I kind of think that we all need to think long and hard before we do it. I mean, the day that you do it could be the last day that you're on earth. It could be, couldn't it? It has been for other people. And the Prime Minister says, there's only a few. Yeah. And then they brush over those deaths as if they meant nothing. Well, they meant something to somebody. Somebody had those people, their child, and then they took the thing and then they died because they took the vaccine, listening to the Premier and the Health Minister. And then you say, my condolences. And tomorrow you've forgotten all about who they were, what they were. You wouldn't know them from a post. Yeah, there's a lot to say, a lot to think about. You just can't go and do this haphazardly. It has consequences. Consequence could be your life. You do it. You listen to the Prime Minister. 1 minute he says everybody is responsible for their own health. And next minute he's saying we're going to make it mandate. And then today they were talking about, when it's 70%, what we're going to do is, all those on a pension that haven't got it, you're not going to get your pay. All those that are on, job search, yeah? If you don't get vaccinated, you're not going to get your pay neither. Don't rock up to our offices for those interviews that you have to get your pay. If you're not vaccinated, we don't want you here. What is Australia coming to? This is what they're planning. People, we've got to wake up. Maybe you need to listen to what the protesters are saying. And Sydney, Melbourne, Newcastle, and let's go to Italy and France and Germany and USA. Thousands and thousands of people are saying no. And you people are just not listening. I was at a meeting of women, and this lady, old lady, she'd had her 2 vaccinations, and she told me that all of the unvaccinated people need to be rounded up and put somewhere. And we shouldn't be allowed to go to the shops. You shouldn't be able to shop. I mean, it is in the Bible, Revelations, it is in the Bible. I read the passage the other night. It is in the Bible that shop people won't serve you unless you got the mark. But they're talking about a piece of paper now. You won't be able to go to the club unless you got this piece of paper to say that you're vaccinated. You're going to turn people against each other. We have got leaders that are turning people against each other. And that is not good. I thought we were allowed freedom of speech, but that's going to be taken away too. That's going to be taken away very soon. Sky News got banned from YouTube. Yep. Last year it was Trump. The President of the United States got banned from YouTube and Facebook. And I bet Australia thought it would never come here. And they're using the excuse, misleading information. If you tell the truth now, It's misleading information. It's all right for our leaders to mislead the whole country. But the news people, whom usually have it right and whom are open up for debate and talk about, yep, soon as YouTube gets their little heads together and, yep, that's what we're going to do. We're going to ban them. I think they're banned for a week. I'll probably ban this little speech too, I suppose.